All right, guys, so we're back at the shop, and Joe is doing some prep to get ready to put this Invis-A-Rack on by Dee Zee. What he figured out pretty quickly by watching some other installation videos is that if you have a Nissan Frontier, you've got to get rid of this under rail track system, the gear track or whatever it is that they call it. But you know, you still have the track down here, and you still have the track across the cab up there that you can tie stuff down with, and then you've got the ability to still use your little tailgate extender thing. But you definitely have to take this rack off right here. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop off this Yakima. Well, he's already done it. This Outdoorsman 300. Again, one of my favorite racks over the years, and before I had a camper on the back of my truck, this is what I used, and I used it faithfully for years. I don't have a garage. Joe has a garage he has to drive in and out of, and needs to take this down from time to time for other stuff and, you know, load in the back of the truck. So we're about to throw this Invis-A-Rack on there after we pop this thing off, and then we're gonna see how it installs, see how it works, and give you all our overall thoughts on the Invis-A-Rack from Dee Zee. Again, first thing we're gonna do is, Joe's already popped the straps off. We're gonna open the box up, and we're gonna take you through the whole process of installation. Joe, how much prep have you done to get ready for this? Have you watched any videos or done any of that?
I did. I watched the Dee Zee YouTube video on its installation. It takes maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Okay,
most.
cool. Well, let's run them through the process.
Okay. First of all, hardware bag. Clamps.
And guys, this is not a how-to video where we're going to show you every step. This is more of us installing it as close to real time as possible. There's obviously going to be some editing involved and our overall first impressions, and then we'll do some updated videos after we've used it for a while to tell you our thoughts on the whole system. Mostly Joe, because he's going to be using it.
These are the instructions which, like KBF competition rules, are never read until after you mess up.
So we're going to hold true to that tendency because we're probably not going to read them either. We're just going to break it all out and get started.
All right, this pad could, if you got a painted surface, you want to use this pad underneath the.
But if you don't, you just want to throw it over your shoulder back here. So if you guys hear some noise while we're doing this, this is Terry. Terry's back here in the background.
What's up, y'all?
Working on kayaks and getting ready to go take some children out and influence young minds. If y'all notice back here, all this trash back there, that's Terry's. Terry lives in here part-time because he's homeless.
That's yours from the storage unit. I know what that is.
That's all Terry's junk right there, so don't let him fool you. And that's because he got in a crossways with his girlfriend of 31 years. Was it 31 years?
Something like that, yeah.
And she said, if you don't put a ring on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Terry's single. I mean, seriously.
But ready to mingle.
Yeah, single, ready to mingle.
I'm looking for a 90-year-old
underwear
rich woman.
Rich woman?
Yeah. One foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel.
Anyway, that's Terry. You guys probably know him from the National Championship. He's also behind-the-scenes manager for everything All Pro Rods, and we're about to blow that up. Anyway, back to the installation of the rack. What are you doing now, Joe?
I got no idea what this is all about.
Okay.
But
do you think maybe the answer to that is hidden somewhere in the pages of this?
Oh, I hate to resort to reading the instructions. Let's see. All right, here's the thing. You've got a right side and a left side. Because as you lift this up, as you extend this, there are little buttons that'll pop out. They need to be accessible, and they are accessible from the outside. So this is the left side.
So that installs up on the rail like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Sits right up on the rail.
And even if you're from Tennessee, they make it easy for you because they put left and right on it. Joe didn't have to figure that out all by himself, nor did he read the instructions. We might come back to this later. But for now, we're winging it. Ain't that right?
Oh, shoot.
You know why? Because we're men. Men don't ask for directions or read instructions until we absolutely have to, or we're lost.
Something appears wrong here, but maybe not. Look, we got the Dee Zee logo on both of them. So.
This one's not the same as that one over there. You have them different.
Yeah, I like to do things a little different. My nickname is Not Right.
That is not his nickname. That's my nickname, and he's trying to be cantankerous right now. It's hot out here in the KBF headquarters, garage bay, shop.
Oh, I just have to figure out what this is. I know it goes.
Do you want to look at that?
Piece.
Would you maybe want to look in here? You think they hid the answer in there?
You think it's hidden
You
in
think
the
they hid
instructions?
it in there? Like a treasure?
All right.
Let's figure it out.
That's this piece right here.
Hold on, they got pictures?
Oh, shoot, I didn't know they have pictures. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll do it.
You ain't even got to read. Hey, maybe we need to make KBF rules pictures.
Ah.
Like a lightning bolt if something's bad, and like a smiley face if it's good. All right, guys, so one thing you might run into is figuring out how to get that to start. And what we figured out is you got to line it up and kind of stand it up on its end and tap it, because otherwise the powder coating makes the tolerances so tight that it doesn't go in there really well. And then once you do that, then you just tap it down just like that, and then you flip it over, and that's how you secure it. Man, look at that. Pictures. You know how they say pictures worth 1,000 words? Well, this little dude right here showed us how to do it in that bracket. Otherwise, we could have stayed here for... How long do you think would have taken us to figure it out?
No more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Tops.
Because when we didn't think it fit because of the powder coating, we probably would have just moved on to doing something else crazy.
It helps if we had a coconut or a rock.
Right. I flipped it over and used the weight of the thing to do it, and it worked out a lot better for me. Yeah, just like that. Bam.
You smacked it on my truck. I understand.
Well, you got this plastic bed liner, and it's a truck, Joe. Yeah, just like that. See that? Bam. Yeah. If you can't get it to work or fit, I was in aviation for a long time, you just get a bigger hammer.
Needs just a slight adjustment right here. Let me go get that hammer.
I got one up here. Yeah. I actually keep a little one for driving stakes and stuff in the camper tongue in my Dee Zee box. I got this little dude right here. That little sledgehammer action.
Perfect.
Bam! What did I say? If you can't get it to work, get a bigger hammer.
Right here.
Or a little bigger hammer. Right there.
Adjustment.
Slight adjustment.
Perfect.
Fine tune it. Fine tune it with a precision instrument, like a hammer.
All right, now it says.
Like I stated from the beginning, this is not your official installation video. This is
Look at this.
Chad and Joe installing it.
Look at this. It actually folds down like they show in the picture.
Yeah. Look at that. Just takes a little bit of extra pressure.
Get it in there. Don't
Put your fingers in there, Joe. Now, don't you supposed to mount it before you close it? Oh, that would be further back in the actual instructions of how to
Oh, okay. This was what we were supposed to do earlier. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
We're sweating like we stole something. Y'all check out Joe's ride. I think he's about to upgrade. He's about to upgrade to a bigger truck. I had a Frontier for years, then I upgraded to a bigger truck, and I think Joe now has truck envy. But I think that Bass is awesome. What do y'all think? Comment below if you think that Bass design is awesome. Joe actually did that Bass design. That's a KBF official Bass.
So these all just snap together then. Pretty cool.
So guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk you through one side of it, and then I'm gonna set the camera up for almost like a time lapse, and then we'll walk you through the finished product at the end, throw a kayak on it, and show you how it works. So basically you're just connecting that middle piece to the two outer pieces.
Yeah.
Does that work? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you put the front piece down, you put the stretcher in the middle, and then you put the back piece on, but they snap together using this little connector here. All right, perfect.
Cool, so it's all locked together. And then, so how do you mount it to the rail? Oh, these things.
Yep. There are grooves in here, tracks that this slides on, and the bolt comes up, goes underneath the frame of the truck.
See, we've done under the rail mount stuff in the past that the bolt just digs in. This thing has a little serrated thing, kind of like a little meat tenderizer hammer, and it's got a nut capture in it, so it gives it a little bit of a grip. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, so here's the deal. Apparently, if you're shooting something with your phone, when your phone goes to sleep, it stops shooting video. So I apologize for losing a little bit of the video, but pretty much we got one side on. We're finishing up the other side. Before we tighten one side down, we're gonna raise it up and align the crossbars so we don't spend all that time tightening everything down and then figure out that we've screwed up. So we're almost finished installing the second side. It's pretty easy, it goes together. Reading the instructions is definitely the way to go. Like, don't be a dude like we were. Just read the instructions, it'll save you some time. But I'll check on the phone every couple of minutes or so to make sure it doesn't go to rest, and we'll bring you the rest of the video. But we're almost there. Everything's coming together smooth, and yeah, Invis-A-Rack from Dee Zee.
So let me tap this in here. Is it tight in the middle?
All right, so got all the trash out of the way. Joe is putting the finishing touches on tightening these bolts up. There's a little jam nut under there that you need to tighten up to make it lock all the way down, as you can see right there. This one's set. This one needs to be. Once you do that, just run that jam nut all the way up. I think I tightened that one. You might need to use the wrench.
Do you have that?
It's right here. No, it's right here. So anyway, take that wrench and then run that thing up. We call that a jam nut in the Navy because when you're done, if you want that, keep that bolt from backing up, you just jam that nut all the way to the top. And once you get that locked like that, it's jammed and it ain't going anywhere. So Joe's gonna finish jamming that up. So basically what you end up with is a bracket on each end of the back piece right here. No bracket in the middle. That's held in place by the friction between the two. You have two, one on each end of the front piece, and then it basically just folds up. The arms fold out and they go across and lock in the middle. So now that we got it all together, Joe's gonna finish up that last nut, and then I'm just gonna let him run you through the entire setup process, and then we'll throw a kayak up on it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right, so last nut, let's go ahead and lay this thing back down, Joe, and let's walk through the entire setup installation. So total installation time, look at my watch real quick. Total installation time with two handy hands, it is, what time is it there? It is 1:25. We started at 12:48, so we're looking at a little over 30 minutes. But then again, we didn't read the instructions. So Joe's gonna fold this thing back down, and we're going to run you through the entire setup process and show how long it takes to set the whole thing up. All right, so now that Joe has finished everything up, what we're gonna do now is Joe is gonna run through the process. I'm gonna time it. All right, so there we go. And he is now swinging out the cross arm. I'm gonna bring up the other arm. Basically, what he's doing is he's unlocking these two pins as he goes up. Swing that cross arm across, push the pin, and extend that arm across there. Line that up. Push it inside there and lock it in place. You know, come around to the back and do the same thing. All right, total inch time was 55 seconds from the time he started to the time he went up. And obviously this is his first time doing it. Add a little bit of a learning curve in there and get this thing right, and I imagine it'll get even faster. So even after tweaking it a little bit, a little over a minute. So again, let's throw a kayak up on there real quick, Joe, and see how she looks. All right, here we go.
I think we could get two on there.
Well, let's slide it over and find out. There's one. Let's just throw this one right here on there. We ain't got to spin her around just to check and see if two will fit. And obviously with a set of back cradles or something like that, you could probably, yeah, you could get two on there. You just have to cock them up and tie it down. But if you put racks on there after the fact, you could definitely do it.
Yeah, I
But
like
you
it.
still have the ability for your rack to fold down and go out of the way. Let's set this back on the trailer. But if you're just looking for a rack that folds and stows, that gives you the ability to carry a kayak, fold your rack down, and then have room for the use of the bed, you got everything you need right there.
Looks good.
Just like that. All right, guys, so that is the Dee Zee Invis-A-Rack. Check the link in the description box to go check out the product for yourself at the Dee Zee website. Thanks for watching. Smash that thumbs up button on this video if you like these types of videos. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, subscribe. If you've been hanging around a while thinking about it, just do it. We'll see you on the next video.